Hey Hannah, okay, it's Ed here, just going through some video stuff here again. I'm going to show you like another thing we can do here on LinkedIn. So, you know how you got all the LinkedIn contacts for me? Well, what we do is like we need associate contacts now too. So, what you can do is let's look at this as example here. This is Boston. Let's focus on Chicago first, which is 312 area code. So let's focus on LinkedIn contacts in Chicago. And what we could do is come up here on the Smart LinkedIn. Okay, we want to look for similar companies that we were looking for before. This is Capstone Headwaters, but let's make this associate. Because a lot of the websites don't post associates. They're not as senior at companies, so they don't bother posting them. But if we type in associate and Capstone, okay, this was like a managing director that you were able to look up on LinkedIn and get the link for that spreadsheet that we did. But again, we don't really know who we're looking for yet, so we're just going to type in the title, which is associate, and Capstone, and Capstone Headwaters, and Chicago. See what comes up there. Okay, here's one, Associate Healthcare Chicago. So this looks like a job. Okay, this is a job posting, looks like. So I'm going to do something else. I'm going to look for, there's an advanced button on here. People. Okay, people. There's also an advanced button, I think, on here. And don't know if you're familiar with this, but let's see. Um, okay, let's look at companies in, I had a location, Chicago. Let's look at, that's checked off. People. Let's just leave this location, Chicago. And let's look at associate and Capstone Headwaters. Okay, and what do we get there? Capstone Headwaters, New York. Here's Chicago. So again, this came from the original sheet, the original companies we're looking at. We're looking at Chicago specific. So 312 area code. And you'll see here Chicago too. So like to find somebody that's a good fit that's an associate. So since we know these guys are on the list, company-wise, we know what to look up, know what to ask for. So come here, and then we got there's one here. So what I like to do is have you save the links on the new page. For associates, we'll do another sheet for associates. So copy that and put it into another sheet very similar to this, but it'll be IB Associate Industrial Coverage at the bottom here. So I think you know how to create that. I'm guessing you would. You'd cut and paste this top link in to another page, which you can add here and call it Associate at the bottom. Uh, let's see. Associates, that is. All right. I'm going to take, we could take the same format here. So let's say we're going to just like highlight this, copy it into Associates. There we go. So I can separate this a little bit better. And again, look for the yellow stuff. So going back to this person, we can enter their information into the sheet. Where are we at? Okay. We know that LinkedIn profile is here. Cut and paste that in. Okay. I'm gonna, oops, didn't mean to do that. All right. I'm gonna wrap this text here, which is basically format cells, I think. And then wrap text. Okay, so it'll be like that. All right, so we can add her information in. We can also check and see on the original firm information if she's listed. Now, a lot of times, like I said, they don't list associates because they're more junior to, you know, to the web pages. They'll list a lot of the managing directors, but not the associates. So one way to tell that is to go in and look at, okay, let's look here. We know that there's some links. This is Capstone. So we know that this is the leadership. We'll go there just to see if they list associates. Okay. Industries, industrial, manufacturing. Okay. Managing director. Let's see, view all. Okay, this is a pretty big group of people. Director. VP. Okay, they don't have associates. So we'll just leave the LinkedIn contact information then. I wonder if I type in associates. It doesn't work either. So anyway, you know, you can always go back and see if it's on the website. If it's not, we just pull the LinkedIn contact. And then as far as phone numbers go, since we don't have phone numbers, you can maybe just put in the main number here, like this contact information. Um, this is Chicago. Actually, they don't have their phone number, but there might be a phone number in here. Looks like. Well, if you can't get the phone number for the office location, then um, no problem. I could try to call another office and try to look it up and somehow get it. But that's basically it for this one. You know, doing a search, trying to pull with the company name and company name, location. So I don't know how familiar you are with LinkedIn, but if you try play around a little bit with looking for search for people, then you should hopefully get this coming up on your screen. Type in the location, type in the name of the person, and the name of the firm. So I think you have to use the word and in between. So, sorry, not the name of the person, just the name of the company. So again, that was Capstone, Headwaters, and so you let them know that you want both Capstone, Headwater, and Associate. And then this has got Chicago. I thought we had chosen it before. And then, you know, you come up with whoever's listed here. So interesting, this one showed a different person, Livingstone. So I'm not sure why that happened. And I'm not sure you're going to be able to get a lot of these if they're first, second, or third contacts. They should show up, but I may have to look into seeing if I can get you access on my account to look these people up in case they don't show up for you since you're in the Philippines, obviously. So I will look into that tomorrow and not sure how much you're going to be able to get done with these directions tonight because you may be better off just having my account to go in and do this with, but I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I just have to check with LinkedIn and see if that's possible. Okay, well, that's just a brief demo on this, and I think that's it. So, all right, thanks, Hanley.